Welcome to Euthania Travels, your source for in-depth coverage of the world's most pressing issues. Today, we're investigating the shocking claim that the recent Los Angeles wildfires were intentionally set. In the aftermath of the devastating wildfires that swept through the Los Angeles area, President Trump has made the explosive claim that the fires were not just a natural disaster, but rather a deliberate act of sabotage. The president has pointed to a number of factors that he believes support his claim, including the speed and intensity of the fires, as well as the timing of the outbreak. According to Trump, the fires were nothing more than a nuclear attack, and he has called for a full investigation into the matter. While the president's claims have been met with skepticism by some experts, others have pointed to the possibility of eco-terrorism or other malicious acts as a potential cause of the wildfires. Regardless of the cause, one thing is clear: the devastation caused by the fires has been immense, with thousands of homes destroyed and dozens of lives lost. As investigators continue to probe the cause of the wildfires, some experts have pointed to the possibility of eco-terrorism as a potential motive. Eco-terrorism refers to acts of violence or sabotage carried out in the name of environmentalism, and has been a growing concern in recent years. While there is no definitive proof that the Los Angeles wildfires were the result of eco-terrorism, some experts have noted that the timing of the fires, as well as their location in a heavily populated area, could suggest a deliberate act of sabotage. Meanwhile, President Trump's claims have sparked a wave of conspiracy theories and speculation on social media, with some suggesting that the wildfires were part of a larger plot to undermine the government or to advance a political agenda. Regardless of the cause of the wildfires, one thing is clear: the devastation they have caused is immense, and the road to recovery will be long and difficult. It will take the collective efforts of the Los Angeles community, as well as support from the wider world, to rebuild and heal in the wake of this tragedy. As the investigation into the cause of the wildfires continues, new evidence has emerged that suggests a more complex picture than initially thought. While some have pointed to eco-terrorism or other deliberate acts of sabotage, others have highlighted the role that natural factors may have played in the outbreak and spread of the fires. Drought conditions, high winds, and a buildup of dry brush and other flammable materials are all known to increase the risk of wildfires, and some experts believe that these factors may have contributed to the severity of the Los Angeles fires. In addition, there is evidence to suggest that human error may have played a role in the outbreak of the fires. Poorly maintained power lines, improper disposal of cigarettes or other flammable materials, and other forms of negligence have all been implicated in past wildfires, and could potentially have contributed to the Los Angeles fires as well. Ultimately, the true cause of the wildfires may never be fully known. However, what is clear is that their impact has been devastating, and that it will take a collective effort to rebuild and recover in their wake. The response to the Los Angeles wildfires has been swift and far-reaching, with emergency responders, volunteers, and ordinary citizens all coming together to support those affected. Firefighters from across California and beyond have been working tirelessly to contain the fires and protect lives and property. Meanwhile, volunteers have been organizing shelters, food distribution centers, and other support services for those displaced by the fires. Local businesses and organizations have also stepped up to support the relief effort. Restaurants have been providing free meals to first responders and victims of the fires, while companies like Airbnb have been offering free housing to those in need. In addition, the outpouring of support from the wider community has been truly inspiring. Thousands of people have donated money, supplies, and other resources to support those affected by the fires, while others have volunteered their time and energy to help with the cleanup and recovery effort. The response to the Los Angeles wildfires is a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit. Despite the immense challenges posed by the disaster, people have come together to support one another and to begin the long road to recovery. As the recovery effort continues, many are now turning their attention to the long-term impact of the wildfires on the Los Angeles community. In addition to the immediate challenges of rebuilding homes and businesses, there are concerns about the environmental impact of the fires. The loss of vegetation and wildlife habitats, as well as the release of pollutants into the air, could have lasting effects on the local ecosystem. There are also concerns about the economic impact of the fires. Many businesses in the affected areas have been forced to close, while others may struggle to recover in the aftermath of the disaster. In the face of these challenges, there is a growing recognition of the need for greater investment in wildfire prevention and mitigation efforts. This includes initiatives like vegetation management, fire-resistant building materials, and improved emergency response protocols. Ultimately, the Los Angeles wildfires serve as a wake-up call for communities across the world. With climate change increasing the risk of extreme weather events like wildfires, it is more important than ever to take proactive steps to protect our communities and our planet. One positive outcome of the Los Angeles wildfires has been the renewed focus on community resilience and preparedness. In the aftermath of the disaster, many residents have come together to support one another and to rebuild their communities. This has included initiatives like neighborhood cleanups, community gardens, and other efforts to strengthen social bonds and build a sense of collective purpose. There have also been efforts to improve emergency preparedness at the individual and community level. This includes initiatives like wildfire safety education programs, emergency supply kits, and neighborhood evacuation plans. In addition, there has been a renewed focus on building resilience at the infrastructure level. This includes efforts to improve power grid resilience, enhance water management practices, and invest in fire-resistant building materials. While the road to recovery from the Los Angeles wildfires will be long and challenging, the response to the disaster has highlighted the importance of community resilience and preparedness. By working together and investing in the future, we can create stronger, more resilient communities that are better equipped to withstand the challenges of the 21st century. As we reflect on the lessons learned from the Los Angeles wildfires, it's important to recognize the crucial role that science and technology can play in preventing and mitigating the impact of natural disasters. Innovations like satellite monitoring systems, drone-based reconnaissance, and machine learning algorithms can all help to improve our ability to predict and respond to wildfires and other extreme weather events. In addition, there is growing interest in the potential of regenerative agriculture and other sustainable land management practices to improve soil health, sequester carbon, and reduce wildfire risk. As we look to the future, it's clear that science and technology will play an increasingly important role in helping us to adapt to a changing climate and build more resilient communities. By investing in research, innovation, and sustainable practices, we can work together to create a brighter, more sustainable future for ourselves and future generations. Finally, it's important to acknowledge the role that climate change played in exacerbating the impact of the Los Angeles wildfires. Rising temperatures and changing weather patterns are creating conditions that are more conducive to wildfires and other extreme weather events. This is particularly true in California, where years of drought have left vegetation tinder dry and more susceptible to ignition. While it's impossible to attribute any single weather event to climate change, the scientific consensus is clear: human-caused greenhouse gas emissions are contributing to the warming of the planet, and this is having a real and tangible impact on our communities and our environment. In the face of this challenge, it's more important than ever for individuals, businesses, and governments to take action to reduce our carbon footprint and invest in clean energy technologies. By transitioning away from fossil fuels and embracing renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower, we can reduce our impact on the planet and create a more sustainable future.